Hello, my name is Carmen Bugan. I am delighted to participate in this program featuring Romanian poets, Romanian women poets in North America. And I'm particularly pleased to be able to share some of my work with you today. I'd like to read a couple of poems from my new and selected poems. It's a collection that came out in September 2019, which features work from my three previous collections of poems, Crossing the Carpathians, Releasing the Porcelain Birds, and The House of Straw. And then I will move to a poem which was brought on by the pandemic, the COVID pandemic here. From Lilies from America, I'd like to read a poem called Rings. The growth rings inside trees cannot lie. They're like our bones, which thicken with years of bending over children, grinding the wheat. Bone goes through bone, my grandmother used to say. Tree rings, each cradled in the next, each as evidence of what the world has offered and how the tree has worked with it. How one grew round the other, strengthening the core with its own essence. And words? Do they grow like the tree rings from our humanity? Democracy from Socrates, who said it contains all of our vices. To our lifetime, when our virtues will not be elected by our votes. Can we say delusion of freedom? Grandmother Flora said, I work so you will have an easier life. I grind my bones for you. When you fell the tree to see its growth rings, you cut off its life, cut off the freedom to see how it is made, and you stand on a stump. Plato told the parable of the boat steered by its passengers. He said democracy doesn't work. We each take a turn at capsizing our ship in the still benevolent sea. There will be rings in the water where we go down. Lilies from America has taken its title from a poem dedicated to the memory of one of my aunts who died in January 2018. Lilies from America. You shall have white lilies like the ones you grew all your life in your front garden. Over 3 nights of wake, on your final walk through the village and at the last church service, when you will leave your space in the choir and your living candle will be blown out, moved to the candelabra at the altar, where the candles for the dead weep in sand, you shall have Madonna lilies next to you. I ordered them from America. They didn't put the phone to your ear so I could say I love you once more. They said there was little breath left in you, and the drops of water they squeezed on your rigid lips spilled over. You shall have white lilies that grow in glass houses this bitter January, for the scent of spring that will no longer return to you, but will arrive to me without you in it. You are with the angels now. You are with the angels. And your body is laid out in the front room with your hands holding the cross, wearing the black winter coat. We are so far away, we who left 30 years ago this year and visited twice, when you touched us as if we were dreams about to vanish. Your last words to me were, I know I will not see you again. I know. I knew you didn't believe me, but I'm learning we must sometimes make promises we cannot keep. This morning I send you white lilies and a wreath of white roses for the time when stars will blink above your grave. Moon. The full sunlit side of the moon filled our room with light that broke through autumn trees. We could have stayed awake all night trying to name it, as it lit up the clock corners, our heads on pillars. But we fell asleep with its light on our eyelids, with nothing to hide, not even private dreams. I felt not too far from being translated the same way sunlight was interpreted by the moon face we could see. Love. In the morning, when I walk outside, she is waist deep in tomato vines, collecting the first batch in a glass bowl. Cucumbers hang below yellow flowers, purple chilies shine from a flat bush under green bell peppers. He takes me by the hand to the garage, where he now has a fridge, a sink, and a grill, in the place where he used to keep tools. 3 of the walls are still large altars with pictures of us children, each one a wall and a vase of flowers, an icon or a cross. He opens a bottle of whiskey he has been keeping for a day just like this, when I might be visiting. And never mind, it's only 10:30. He fills the glasses with a smile wider than the sunflowers outside the door. Oh, come and drink with me, my child, he says. Around his aorta, the tumor forms. Inside his heart, there is the cleanest blood, the pure happiness of being old at peace with all that life has offered. She, 5 fractured ribs, walks slowly with the morning's harvest and we light the grill. She won't drink, but will hold the glass to toast the year's reward, their daughter home. I walk around the garden with them, taking pictures of the willow they had planted the year I married, which now shades the entrance, the calla lilies, queens of the night and honeysuckle bushes, purple pansies and pink mouth of the lion blooms. And I pray that every full stop I put in these lines is in the right place. Every comma after the right time that passes between walking from one flower to another, while the glasses empty slowly, and we are grateful that we still have that one drink together, standing in the sunshine with the song of birds. And I'll end with a poem called October. This is unpublished yet. This October. The day has shortened. Hours lean like books between tightened bookends. Light slants into the undergrowth. The sun places its last kiss on the roses as insects devour their dying leaves. And so the summer sighs into fall. This is the autumn I have no words for. Apple picking, meals with friends, distant memory. Fear gnaws at the heart. The virus, like a sickness of the conscience, has spread together with the war among the righteous. Hope rattles its inflamed lungs. Justice coughs. Kindness quizzes and spits. Faith plays double game with oath and governance. Truth has lost both legs. There are calls. There is silence during the calls. There are quiet walks in the garden after the calls. The virus roams. The sun has shortened its working hours. Time pushes its bookends of light closer together. Many will not see the winter. We walk around the yew tree. Blue jays hide inside tight-wound branches. The back garden is a busy landing strip. A cardinal perches on a kitchen rails. The chipmunk family argues in the gutters by the stairs. Crickets in widened cracks sing away the nights in a basement as I pace upstairs in the dark kitchen. A woodpecker knocks on the doormat. Here is a harvest brought by these visiting creatures, memories squirreling their freedoms away like ripe nuts. Thank you.
Who do you think you are? Do you think you are a writer? Someone asked me once. Back then, he was my friend, and my silence pain. My voice, it's heard, my word, it's read. But it was since I start talking, since I start writing, since I gained the courage to share. Now, I'm the same, with one less friend. Get lost in the colorful shadows of autumn, in winter, amnesia, in the flowers of repeated springs, in the rain of summer rainbows. Get lost to find yourself. How is your life? My mother asked me. It's stumbling through the crowd and seeking rest dropped to knees, I confessed. I glimpsed it for a moment, she assured me. The olive trees are smiling on it. Eureka! I've deciphered the code of morality. Something tells me I will die on the scaffold of the word that is building the forgiveness. Tell me, what is the middle of nowhere? What is the center of everything? Tell me where. Over there I will find you. Nope, he said. Over there you will find yourself. Dig 2 holes for me when I die. One for what will become of me, and one for what I fail to become. The irony of courage. Courage is best for preserving us from perils that may threaten to change our lives into tales we wouldn't know how to live. Pretenses. Those who forgave me for my faults were those whom I had not forgiven for their weaknesses. Hi, I've come to play, not with you, with your thoughts. I don't write. I put myself on paper while people let me slip from their memory. When I'm not rushing around, thoughts are rushing through me. To get where? What is it they are after? The expiry date of my dreams. I have to learn the alphabet. To this day, I don't know how to read the people. Last night, my angel came with a bandaged wing. While coming down, it had hit itself against the arm of a butterfly. Not every cross brings tears to the eyes. The red one wipes them away. Every time you hurt me, I run I run to the arms of my memories. We are lucky if we don't find an antonym or a synonym for each other. Youth, an open window, worry-free time, waiting framed, epidemic blue, high tide of hope. At a window, from a window, dopamine is served. My subconscious does not answer me in English. The treasures of the universe seek me through actions. I command my mind to unleash the powers, but English still doesn't rest me.